Radio entertainment.
Before we begin, don't forget your free 30-day trial of eVoice. eVoice gives you a toll-free or local number so you can take business calls from anywhere and always sound like you're at the office. Also, eVoice has great features like dial-by-name directory and even transcribes your voicemail so you can read them at your convenience. Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the eVoice banner for your 30-day free trial.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Officially, 2 days and counting to the Mike O'Mara Live show.
2 days from now, do you know what we'll be doing?
What?
We'll be at each other's throat complaining that it's almost time to start.
Yeah, and then, shut up and leave me alone.
That's right. Rob's on the phone. Don't answer that phone!
And I'm going into the bathroom. I'm going to shut the door and I'm going to cry.
And then Oscar will say, Shannon, if you have anything you want to talk about, now's a good time.
Yeah.
You know what a good time,
Talk.
really, right out of the chute, because I know that you are frustrated with the people that are watching your little whore sale and not diving in, and you're saying that you're going to be shutting that off at, midnight tonight?
Midnight tonight is your last opportunity to buy, and
you don't have music for your Diamond Jubilee whore package?
I didn't know we were going to go to it right here, you see.
It's always the big sell.
I know.
Right?
He likes doing this.
We actually ask him not to do it.
It's a
we
supreme,
say, Look, man,
it's a supreme whore, but it does help the show.
It does
You're
help
like,
the show.
look,
You know,
maybe
Mike,
not
it
this
doesn't
year.
help the show. It helps the listener. Because it allows us to give back. They
All
give
right.
us so much. Don't
First
you want
of
to
all,
give back to the listener?
If someone wants to buy the Rob Spiewak Diamond Jubilee whore package,
Mike, say it right.
what?
The Rob
if somebody
Spiewak-
wants to buy the Rob Spiewak Diamond Jubilee Americon 2013 whore,
Right.
I love that you hate it
Yeah.
too.
What you do is you go to eBay. You go to the Electronic Bay store, and you search. Oh, when I want to bring it up, I just search Rob Whore.
will that bring it up?
As long as you use two B's in Rob.
So what is your whore? Why is your whore package for the Mike O'Mara show, the Omaricon 2013 show? Why is that better than anything else?
You see, the thing is when we say whore, it's with a smirk.
It is?
Yes, because
I'm not smirking.
No, you will smirk when you
Okay,
hear
I'll
about what
smirk.
they're going to get.
What do they get?
Because what you get is...
I'll give you a dinger for what
okay,
they get.
not only does it include 2 tickets.
Well, that's
to the
anybody
show,
can get tickets.
Yeah, but there's so much more.
Oh, okay.
You get exclusive pre-show backstage access.
Well, we're going to meet them?
Yes, they're going to come to the dressing room, spend time with us, get to know
I didn't
us.
sign off on that.
I don't remember signing the
I
contract.
believe it may or may
Does that
not.
mean they come up those stairs
Yeah, they have to
backstage
climb
at
the
the State
steps.
Theater?
State Theater.
And they come into the green room?
Yes.
How many people are you doing this for?
There'll be no more than 40.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
How many are you doing
No.
this for?
There are 5 packages total of 2
So
people
10.
each.
So 10 people?
Yes, at most.
All
All
right.
right.
Handle that.
And you all may not have signed off on it, but you didn't complain. There will also be an
Details.
exclusive Mike O'Mara Show gift bag,
A gift bag.
hand-selected by Oscar and myself, of fine,
Really?
licensed merchandise, and
It's
much
not
of it
bad.
autographed.
At least 6 items.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, so that's what, $25 a shirt?
Are any of
Adds
these
up.
items wearable?
Yes.
Most of them are.
Well, that's good.
And-
All right, that's clothing. I
even
like
the
that.
DVDs are if you use
You know, I'll give you
glue.
a ding. I approve of that.
Plus, Mike, exclusive photo and autograph opportunities.
God. Oh, now, see, that's valueless.
And perhaps
That has no appreciable value.
item number 5 is the best item.
What's that?
The time of your life.
Well, that's everybody,
That's
hopefully.
priceless.
You turn
That's everybody out in the crowd,
you
hopefully.
turn a great evening into the time of your life.
What will be, not that I want to be difficult
Right.
about this whore package,
Yes.
what will be our total time commitment with these individuals? 2 minutes?
I just
2 hours.
2 minutes.
Hey, you know
no,
what?
I'm going to have people sit down if they. I want to know that night. Look, we've got a few people coming backstage.
Yes.
That are friends of the show, and it's very nice that we're doing that. We have a lot of friends. It's a great chance to say thank you to everybody. These people that are ponying up the dough.
Yes.
They get seat time.
they get to come in and sit
Yeah.
on the
Seat
couch.
time. I'm not going to hustle
Seat
them in.
time.
If
And you
they're
know what?
paying money for this.
You laugh about how you never signed off on this. You know, one of the highlights of our Reno show were the people that came backstage and we got a chance to talk
Speak
to.
for yourself,
It
Dave.
was really great, as you recall.
Don't the people in the audience technically get seat time as well if they're sitting at a table?
Yeah, but not right next.
Oh,
to
right
us.
next to you.
Not on a nice leather.
Proximity is what you're talking
And
about.
not also when Mike will be at his soberest of the evening. Quite literally. Remember, money is
Literally.
only accepted via PayPal, and these offer will be rescinded.
This offer.
These
offer.
offers will be
Falling
rescinded.
apart already.
He's excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is excited. Okay. This offer will be rescinded
tonight at midnight.
today. And what's it called again?
It is called the Rob Spiewak Diamond Jubilee Omericon 2013 Whore Package.
All right, I want quality FaceTime with people that are kind enough to you to pay
And the
for
people
this.
I'm focusing on, I
Yes.
know that at least 15 people are watching this package.
What does that mean?
I'm not pointing to myself, Mike.
Okay.
15 people are watching this package
You
on
mean
eBay.
like, what does that mean?
That means
so
they're-
you watch the auction.
That means they're
Is it an
monitoring-
auction?
No, it's a buy it now.
Oh, buy it now.
And it means they're monitoring it. And you
Okay.
know what? If you're thinking about buying it, you better buy it now.
Pull the trigger.
Because we're going to pull the trigger tonight.
At midnight.
At midnight.
Okay, good. I look
so
forward to
buy it, and we
meeting
look
those
forward
people.
to it. Your tickets will be waiting for you. All you got to do is show up
All right.
and have the time of your life.
Okay, it's been a tough economy around here. I hope we sell them, Rob.
Yeah, and me too.
Just, but now, without
And
further
remember,
ado,
everybody gets 2 minutes.
thank you. Now tighter. No, more than that.
That's a joke.
Now, I'm going to say 2.5.
All right.
Now tighter and brighter for your listening pleasure. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to our world. Our youngest listener, Nathan Michael Thomas Johnson.
One of the 4 named people, Oscar.
Four names?
Yeah.
That's somebody. Now, why 4 names?
Well, they probably had to respect a grandfather on the mom's side and a
You're
grandfather
probably right.
on the dad's
You know what?
side.
There should be a hyphenate there. It should be Nathan Michael Thomas Johnson.
Nathan Michael Thomas Johnson. Born last Monday, already a big Red Sox fan. That's good. Let me get those papers out of the way.
The papers!
God, damn it,
we
too
have
much
your
paper.
papers. Show me your papers.
He's sorry he can't come to Omericon, but he has a date with his mom's boob. Lucky kid. Congrats to Christian and Lynn, the proud parents. That's good. Good for them.
Yeah.
I love babies. Saturday is not only Omericon, it's also birthday number 7 for Miguel Ochoa.
Ochoa.
Ochoa,
right?
Miguel Ochoa. It is his 7th birthday, and he likes fart noises. Miguel. Miguel. Miguel.
And I'll do anything for food.
Miguel. What are you doing, Miguel? Miguel. Miguel. There we go.
He has bad shrimp.
He has
All right,
the
very
colon of a much older man.
Dustin Nosler says that TMOS is the best 79 minutes of the day. Now, there's a guy that counts the minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
That proves that he is very wise. Speaking of wisdom, can Charlie wish his brother Darren Nosler a happy 28th birthday?
Hello!
Hey, Charles. Hey, are you excited?
Those Diamond Jubilee packages are great!
How many have you bought?
20!
We'll need the PayPal money.
Happy 28th, Darren.
Yes.
Hope you're having a good day. Bye-bye.
Oh, no, while you're here.
What?
Oh, no.
Charlie, come back!
You need to come back.
Here, what's going on here? What's that?
What have I always told you, Charlie, about reading ahead in your copy?
Okay. And while he is
Here.
while he is hurry,
Here.
right,
Right. Sound it out.
art,
Hey, I'll give you. It rhymes with fart.
can, four,
No, it rhymes with fart.
Smart.
five,
Smart.
Smart. Can Smart Charlie tell Oscar's him? Yeah, I'm.
You want me to read this?
Yeah.
Okay. Can Smart Charlie, that's you,
Uh-huh.
tell Oscar's impression of me, Rob, why Wegmans is better than Costco?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is a 2-person play.
Oh, that's Smart Charlie.
So you have to be Smart Charlie.
Oh, well, Wegmans is better because there's more free parking. Gotta go, a-holes.
And then what would I say, Oscar?
No, it's not.
Good play. I'm sure Michael Gallagher's pleased.
Elliot Sperlazza just turned 28, and he's a good Italian boy.
Oh,
He says a birthday greeting from Oscar would be amazing. So, Oscar, would you say happy birthday to Elliot Sperlazza?
Happy birthday, Elliot.
That's. Can you do a little better than that? Damn it! I know you.
Happy birthday, Elliot!
Very nice.
I think we wanted something more in the middle. You overdid it.
Oddest request of the week: Brian Thomas wants a sexy birthday greeting from Baltimore Billy.
Billy!
Hello.
Hey, Bill.
It's Baltimore Billy Sikorsky. Speaking of sports, I don't do sexy.
You know what?
I don't do sexy.
You can
Not
do
on your
sexy.
life. Not on your life.
Hey, did you get trick-or-treaters, and were any of them, like, sexy Halloween costumes?
Yeah, we got about 55, 56 at the row house.
Were they all horned? Did you get you all horned up when you see those sexy
No, they're
costumes?
kids. I don't get horny for kids. What do you think I am?
What about Eddie Murray?
Eddie Murray?
Yeah, the baseball player.
Now, Eddie Murray, I get horny for him. I want to bone him. Adam Tisdale is 39 and would love birthday felicitations from America's favorite zookeeper, Detective Lieutenant Michael Scott Shannon. Well, let me just say, Adam, if you're celebrating a birthday, make sure you enjoy some candy.
That is a great question, but I have this to counter with.
What's that?
What kind of candy?
For a 39-year-old named Adam Tisdale, I would suggest a round candy.
Maybe one that has a hole in it?
A candy known throughout the worldwide as a lifesaver.
But what flavor of
What?
You jumped in, Scott.
Wintergreen.
Peppermint.
And traditional five flavor.
The All-Americans present Scott Shannon with more hit music.
You jumped in.
Ed Scott has his birthday on the 9th and will be observing it at the State Theater.
Yeah, you will.
Some tickets still available. Traditional birthday song in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Margaret DeCenzo is the birthday girl. Her husband would love to hear the Metro guy tell her to get out and show off her nice gap.
Her husband wrote it, not
That's
me.
interesting. I wonder if she's got it.
Dalston, come out to Farragut Square. Show your gap between. This is the orange line between your legs.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Mike, I'm saying thank you for no particular reason.
Well, because we applaud you.
Mike Joyce has a birthday this weekend, and his wife bought all his gifts from our Amazon page.
Yeah.
Good lady. Happy birthday to you, Mike, from your beautiful wife, Shayna.
Yeah, well, she spells phonetically.
Shayna.
Shayna.
Thanks. Thanks, Rob.
Mike O'Mara.
Shayna. Lisa Rosenmerkel has no special birthday request, but I'd like to hear all of us read her name in a Jerry Lewis voice. That
comes
from you?
This comes from me.
Okay, well, I like it.
You want to go first?
She loves our show. I'd love to go last. If
Okay,
you
well, then I'll
mind.
start. What we're doing is her voice is Jerry Lewis, and
It
her
is
name?
Lisa Rosenmerkel.
Lisa Rosenmerkel.
Oscar?
Lisa Rosenmerkel. Pony?
Lisa Rosenmerkel.
Lisa Rosenslingen, Merkels and Klingen. Thank you. Oscar,
Yes.
birthday shout out to Joel, Rudy, and Noah Medina.
Oh, my God. Happy birthday, Joel, Rudy, and Joel Medina.
He didn't have it in front of him.
No.
Billy Ryder Maroff
Yes.
is the official bald eagle expert of TMOS. He'd love birthday greetings from the Leesburg Vulture. I don't remember.
Do you remember the voice?
No.
It's James Mason.
Oh.
Good morning. I'm the Leesburg Vulture. I'm heading up to the tree where I will spy the various wildfowl and rodents that I will be enjoying for my noon meal.
Ever have a chihuahua?
I'd love a chihuahua.
So tender.
Perhaps I will fly to the tippy top of one of those scrub pines and dive bomb Frankie.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Dennis, I'm saying that a lot today. Those are my transitions.
Yeah, I like
Thank
it.
you very much. Dennis Grinstead is a TMOS fan, loyal and true, and his birthday would excel if he could hear the man who broke the dragon's heart.
That's your Japanese music.
Isn't it amazing that I do these voices, but I don't remember who
No,
they
that's
are?
your Japanese music from The Simpsons.
Oh, really?
The one that Julia likes so much? That's what they're singing on your replay.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is the one that, this one right here. That's the guy that broke the dragon's.
That's what they're singing. The man who broke a dragon's heart.
Hello.
All right.
It's my daughter's favorite.
Thank you very much. Rich K. Rich K. There he is. Sounds like a Catskills comment, doesn't it?
Rich
Ladies
K.
and gentlemen, the Copa Room is proud to present Rich K. There he is.
I love that.
Right. Rich K is the man who broke the dragon's heart.
No, it's a different guy.
I'm sorry. He'd love a birthday toast from Mike's pinky finger. Odd. Rich K, the fine stand-up comic in the Catskills. We will fight Rich K on the beaches. We will fight him in the air. We will never surrender to the hardened. For Rich K, we will never surrender. Yeah.
Hey, Finger,
Yes, Rob.
you coming to the State Theater?
Yes, I've just purchased Rob Spiewak's Diamond Jubilee Hall package.
That's a good thing.
Thank you. Anyway, also, happy birthday to Amanda Miller, the prettiest woman in Texas. Really, it's on Wikipedia. That's exciting. Eric Berry will be celebrating his birthday by heading to Vegas to find Oscar's slot machine
Don't do it, man.
and winning his money back.
Yes, do that.
Thoughtful, really.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
I get once in a blue moon, I'll get a private message about where that slot machine is.
They wonder if they move it around.
No, they want to find it, and I said, "Don't do it." And they write back, "No, please tell me where it is."
It's cursing.
What hotel is it in?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you.
And
No.
as I recall, I believe it was one that had a moat.
Oh, really?
Wasn't it the V?
Yeah, it was the V.
Yeah, boy.
Venetian.
Don't we have our friend at the V? Mm-hmm. So I'll be heading over to the V anyway.
Yeah.
Big V.
Big V.
Just stay away from
The
that
Vagina
machine.
Casino Hotel. And finally, can Oscar please, as a favor to P1 listener Chris Paulus, talk up a record in his fat guy voice?
You ready? It's 11 seconds, Oscar.
Yeah, you got to
Chris
work
Paulus?
sometimes,
And
too.
I actually picked up.
Hey!
I
I'm
picked
just
a
kidding.
record that you will know. Okay.
Okay, please.
So here's an 11-second intro.
Happy birthday, Chris Paulus! Here you go, it's Brittany! Enjoy, bitch! Oh, I messed it up.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Very much.
It sounded so much like Alan Arkin. You gonna do the letter?
Oscar. Dear Mike and the Gang, our letter of the week. I absolutely loved what you said about your feelings about this show, TMOS, and radio. I love Don and Mike, and all the things I loved about the radio show were brought to the podcast along with the comedy elements that keep me laughing. Yes, my coworkers think I'm nuts. Thank you all for bringing the funny and sometimes the real. Love the show. I love the letters about how your show has brought people through tough times and recently experienced it myself. It is a very powerful thing to bring someone out of the dark times they are living in and allow them to laugh. So therapeutic. You guys are simply the best. Keep up the great work, Sherry Krause. Sherry, that is the sweetest letter we've gotten in a long time. Thank you very much. Let's start the show.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Mrs. White, you've been paying our friend the blackmailer ever since your husband died under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
Ah, I didn't kill him.
Then why are you paying the blackmailer?
I don't want a scandal, do I? We had a very humiliating public confrontation. He was deranged. He was lunatic. He didn't actually seem to like me very much. He had threatened to kill me in public.
Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think she meant he threatened in public to kill her.
Oh. Was that his final word on the matter?
Being killed is pretty final, wouldn't you say?
And yet he was the one who died, not you, Mrs. White, not you.
What was he like?
He was always a rather stupidly optimistic man. I mean, I'm afraid it came as a great shock to him when he died, but he was found dead at home. His head had been cut off, and so had his, you know. I had been out all evening at the movies.
Do you miss him?
Well, it's a matter of life after death. Now that he's dead, I have a life.
But he was your second husband. Your first husband also disappeared.
But that was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
He wasn't a very good illusionist.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Speedwack, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
You do a little thing there?
Oh, I like to keep it tight and bright, Mike. Oh, baby.
Live from Studio 1K in the Fiberflex Broadcast Center, this is the Mike O'Mara Show, downloaded worldwide over 20 million times and powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com. We are also on WTNT in Washington, D.C. and the mighty 1630 KCJJ in Iowa. We're on WTNT for now.
Hey, you know what's fun about WTNT?
What's that?
Is when you actually go to a functioning radio station, the excitement that's there. And when you go to WTNT, you see livestock.
Thank you very much. Yes, on the wall, dead.
Yeah, it's there.
Today's show is brought to you by Vistaprint. I really want to tell you about a truly spectacular holiday offer at Vistaprint.com. It is called their Friends and Family Sale. Right now, through Wednesday, you get 50% off holiday cards and calendars and 35% off all other products when you go to Vistaprint.com/TMOS Friends and Family. Now, Vistaprint has great prices to start with, but this sale is incredible, and I'm very, very excited about it.
I'm wearing my card right now.
Look at the card.
As a matter of fact...
what a great card.
That is. It's a great place to go. Go to Vistaprint right now. You won't see great deals on Christmas cards, calendars, all the good things at Vistaprint. It's fantastic, and I hope you check it out because Vistaprint is simply the best. I'm getting my Christmas cards done at Vistaprint.
I've gotten my cards done at Vistaprint for like 5 years.
Rob got his brand new cards done at Vistaprint, and we're very, very excited. And
they're two-sided.
I want you to do it too. Satisfaction is always guaranteed. You can go to Vistaprint. You can upload photos. You can upload pictures of your Bambino, like I want to do. You can make iPhone cases, and you can get marketing products for any business anywhere, and it's very, very cost effective compared to going to another printing place.
You want to talk about easy? If you don't want to upload your own image, they have thousands of stock images too. You can do anything you want.
Right, and that was a great holiday sale that ended Wednesday night.
Yes, it was.
Anyway, so check out Vistaprint.com.
That's the latest copy they gave us.
Check out Vistaprint.com and enjoy yourself, and we love them, and you'll love them too. Big show. We are just a couple of days away from Americon 2013. It is very much top of mind for all of us. We are so excited about it.
We had a great writing session yesterday.
Yes, exactly.
It was fun.
It was too much fun, and we've got a lot of moving parts to this show on Saturday night, and I just hope everything comes off without a hitch.
All I know is that when we finally came to a stopping point for our writing session, and I looked at Mike, I said, you know what? I just got to finish one more thing with Pony, and I'll be out of your house in about 2 minutes. And that's the first time all day Mike said, yes!
Time to go!
Time to go!
And I tried to call Mike later on that evening, and he usually is great about answering. I was like, well, he didn't answer, doesn't want to talk.
What time did you call
Around
me?
7.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that. You know what? Here's my dilemma. And this is
to answer, not answer?
No, what I have is, you know what my life is?
Keep up the podcast or quit.
This is you know why? My phone is turned off for the show.
Oh.
This is one of those rare times where I have not done the reverse. Usually every day I come in here and I have the phone turned on.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar tells me to turn it off, so I turn off the phone, and then I go the rest of the day with the phone turned off, and then late in the day I might see something, turn it back on, then it's on for the show
But
again.
use the thing. Use the thing.
What?
The thing where you can silence it for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Remember, it's the app I invented, and then Todd said it's impossible to do.
And then
Apple did it.
You know what?
That's why I'm still doing this.
I can actually set up your phone to do that.
I know.
Or you just flick it when you're done.
I don't even. Here's the thing.
Do you have a mental checklist? Like pilots when they get in. You get in your cockpit here, right?
No, I
Hey,
don't.
it's Mike O'Mara's mental checklist.
I get my thing, my iPad working. I get I turn on the processing unit.
But you're an aviation buff.
Yes.
When a pilot gets in the cockpit, they have a checklist that they take out, and they go through all of their steps before they actually get going.
Is it always a mental checklist, or is it ever a tangible list?
It's an actual list.
Yeah, so it's not mental.
Well, I do stuff every day. Then the main thing
Tell
I
me
do
about it.
is I turn on the what's it called?
You turn on the phone?
Well, it's the thing
Silence.
where
You silence your phone.
The screen has a
timer,
a 1 minute shut off, and I put that on never.
You see,
so
you
that
should
I've
turn
got
that
it
off.
No, I
but he
need it,
needs to
Rob.
see
I'm
the
looking
timer.
at the running time. I need that on the whole time.
Because what happens is if your phone is...
And I'm plugged into a power source, so it's not going to eat any battery.
If you want to turn your phone screen off...
Why are you picking on me and my processes?
Look, do this.
No,
and it's off.
Yeah, they're boom, boom. You're good to go.
And then it never has to be worried about.
Yeah. And then you hit it again.
And it's back. Baby.
No, it's not. I have to put the code in.
Oh, that's right.
But you can you can change that.
Yeah, you'll be okay, Mike.
I don't want to do it.
You seem frustrated.
I don't. What?
Are you sweating? What's happening right now?
I am sweating. I am sweating.
Let's go.
It is.
Frustrated with the first ad.
I will say this. That out of our year, this is probably our crunchiest week we will have. Out of 52. And because of that, maybe we leave him alone about technology.
Thank you.
I got a hot call this morning. We have 2 10-foot banners that are pretty much a surprise to you because we haven't involved you in this planning process.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
I get a hot call, and they're like, hey, you're going to pick this up? I'm like, 10 feet. I don't think that's going to fit in my car.
That's like the back of a van.
Yeah.
So
you
we
mean
got-
it's not like a roll? It's actual.
It's huge.
Well, we're going to have banners for the live show?
Yes.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
neato.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
That's
if
neat.
we can get them there.
Is that what you called me about last night?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that give you a heads up on that.
Oh,
but I
that's
figured
kind of
I'd let
cool.
you know.
I
Yeah.
didn't. So that's kind of a little added
Oh,
bonus.
you're gonna love it.
I think it's going to be fun.
You're gonna love
and we got people coming into town this very night that are flying in
Absolutely.
from the West Coast. We couldn't be happier about
Also, and since we're talking about this, when you walk into the State Theater, those of you that are coming, and shame on you if you're not, unless you're infirmed, which then we understand.
Mm-hmm.
Although people have been cured by coming to our live shows.
Now, look, we said surprises. We're not supposed to let the faith healing thing out of the bag. Praise Jesus. All right, okay. You know what? You just call yourself Mark Gacerta and reveal another surprise for the show.
No.
I will be, we will be, all three of us, not just me.
Right.
We will all be laying on hands.
The heels, the healing.
We will be laying the hands on.
Is that before or after you get in the rodeo barrel?
It should be a lot of fun.
It's a big show.
And, of course, all right, another surprise. Aerial entrance.
The retracting roof on the State Theater.
I almost screwed that up, but we had to go back and get the heavier duty cables. Stupid health inspector.
Well, the problem was really reinforcing the joists.
This is true. Yeah, this is true. And
They said you can have Rob or Mike,
Yeah.
and I said, no, it's Rob and Mike, and they said, call the crew.
how big a piece of ceiling was that fell down?
It was, well, you know what? It looked like the thing you could float on, like
Just
an ice
plaster
float.
of Paris, not strong to begin with.
I don't know if my right testicle's ever going to be the same.
I like to, you know what, Mike? I've looked at it before and after. I think it's improved.
Right.
That's a great ball.
I just wish those doors were bigger because they should have been able to fit the Rolls Royce in there.
When people walk into the
Scott
State,
Thorson.
people walk into the State Theater,
Yeah.
they will see what they would see at premieres, kind of a media board where you would
Okay.
go and take pictures in front of it.
A photo op area.
Yes, and we'll have a photographer there.
And a magnificent photographer that will be snapping your picture as you arrive.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It
Yeah,
is.
a lot of
Free?
fun. Free
Yes.
for free.
That's free.
It's the guy who'll be doing, ultimately be doing our headshots.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I like
If
that.
you two, if we can,
Don't you like that?
Mike? If we can either,
I'm gone for the next 2 days. Forget it. I'm just too squirrely. I'm just too squirrely.
if either of us could ever lose weight at the same time,
Yes.
we could get headshots done.
That'd be exciting.
Otherwise, we
That would
just
be-
have to keep waiting.
Yeah, I know. And because Rob, you like to get them like when Rob likes to get his photos done.
Oh, when he's
at
skinny
the
Rob.
moment when he's skinny Rob.
At his
Exactly.
peak.
Yeah.
At his
Yeah.
peak of
At
skinniness.
his peak of skinniness.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? I'd love for all of us to do it at our peak of skinniness.
Well, I don't think I'll
Oh.
ever have my peak of skinniness.
Yeah, you will.
I think you will.
Although
Look
I
at you.
feel-
You
I
you haven't
feel-
drank all week.
I have not had a drink all week.
There you
Yes,
go,
I have.
bango.
Yeah.
That's a start.
Have you?
I drank last night.
You
Yeah, well, it's a TM Soft happy hour. You know, I can't not miss that.
You don't miss your TM Soft
I
happy
have
hour.
to be there.
That's wonderful. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be fun.
Yeah, it was an adult happy hour in the past because Todd has a new adult space where we go to
Like
his
adult,
office.
like,
he has
people
his own
having
office.
sex?
We have his own. He has his own office. We
In the
walk
past,
there.
when he's referred to Todd's adult space, it's a place where hair grows.
It was he worked out of his home, right?
Not if Todd can help it.
Now that he has his corporate space, we actually went to a real happy hour, and you would be amazed what adults do.
It's
they drink
crazy.
3 beers, and then they leave.
And they go home.
Yes,
That's right.
that's what I did. I said, "Oh, this is it.
Isn't that a great feeling?
It's great."
You kind of get the benefits of socializing, but you
It's
don't,
not
you
a
don't believe
good
in that?
feeling.
You
Oh,
don't-
I loved
You
it.
never get to the point where you're really having a good time.
You're right. It's
No,
just,
I loved it.
you like maintenance drinking?
This is the first time I've done it in probably ever.
See, we
To
come from
me,
a-
it's you know what? To me, that's a hassle.
I think my generation kind of pioneered it. We're kind of in the same generation.
I believe your generation also pioneered the binge drinking.
Well,
too.
the binge drinking is what came.
Yeah.
It seemed like that's the way we used to do it, and
Right.
then that carried into college, and then it even carried into adult life. And I kind of envy my folks who would come home and they would have a little before dinner toddy,
Yeah.
and then maybe 2 after dinner, and to bed. What a day! Whereas I wouldn't drink at all during the week, really, because
Yes.
if I did, you'd
be wrecked the next day.
You'd be wrecked the
Yeah.
next
I
day.
love calling
So, you know.
my father, and he'll issue a statement, and he'll say something like, "God damn it," and I'll say, "What?" He'll say, "I've got 1 beer in my refrigerator. You know what? I'd rather have no beer than 1 beer." So and I know exactly what he means, but of course, then I mine it a little bit. So what do you mean? He's, what good is it? It's 1 beer.
That's the way I look
I
at it.
legitimately looked at my friend Todd and I said, "So we go home now?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I've never experienced this before."
So you, what time were you in Betty by?
I was in bed by like 11 o'clock.
That's see,
Not bad.
I got home around 8:10.
Do you know what time my peepers closed last night?
What?
10 o'clock.
Oh, look at you.
Really?
10 o'clock. I have had two of the most restful nights that I have had.
That's
and
great.
No earplugs for the Bambino, and I wake up at like 5 o'clock.
Why
with
would the kid
baby.
be wearing earplugs?
I wear earplugs.
Oh, I see.
And incidentally, he took a little trip to the doctor today.
Aw.
We thought he had a little ear problem, but he didn't. But he's got my fair Irish skin, so he's got that eczema on the back of his little leg.
Oh, and they can fix
anything
that.
that's wrong with him.
They can fix that quickly.
No sandpaper.
I hope so.
Stop it.
Well, soft grade.
My little guy.
Wet sand that thing.
My little baby guy.
What he needs is a gallon of bog water.
So I was up bright and early this morning and really had to call Rob. Just hysterical.
You were.
Because I was laughing out loud. I did this through radio. I don't know if you guys ever did this through radio, in one of the radio promotions that we used to do.
No, as a matter of fact, you did it at your short stay at the Edge.
Kirk and I did this, and I guess November is Men's Health Month. It's Prostate Awareness Month.
Why are they calling it Movember?
I'm not sure.
Because you're supposed to grow a beard and get a digital checkup.
Yeah, you're supposed to get your prostate exam.
That's
now.
what they're calling it.
Yeah,
Now, the thing about it is, when you do that, I've had a bunch of them because I had a little colon issue.
For pleasure.
Oh, I love them. I'll be sitting there like, just getting a flu shot at the pharmacy, and I said,
Are those rubber gloves?
How about that prostate exam?
You get it done at Target?
Oh, we have to take a break?
We should,
All right,
yeah.
we'll take a break. I'll come back and tell you about a very funny segment. Now, listen, I'm all for men's health and men's prostate health, but the way that Today's Show did it, something I've done before, it made me laugh out loud. We'll take a break. Come right back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Green-eyed lady, passionless lady.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This is a short break. We apologize. We're running a little bit behind today. This segment of the program is brought to you by Stamps.com. If you have to constantly go to the post office for your business, you know that it can be a giant hassle. God, do we know it here in Manassas. So do what I do. Use Stamps.com instead. Stamps.com is the quick and easy way to get postage on demand for your business. You buy and you print postage for any letter or package using your own computer and printer. And Stamps.com will even send you a digital scale to calculate postage for any class of mail.
You know what's so cool is the digital scale they send actually hooks into your computer.
Yeah,
they
so
talk.
It's that easy.
Super easy.
Yeah.
No expensive postage meters and no wasted time, which we've all done, going to the post office. We use Stamps.com for TMOS to send out merchandise and mail to our clients and our listeners. Check out this great offer at Stamps.com. This is for our listeners only. It's a 30-day free trial and a $110 bonus offer that includes a digital scale for free and up to $55 in free postage. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone, and use our code TMOS. Don't wait. Click on the mic, use TMOS, and get ready to save big with Stamps.com. We love them. We know you will, too. It's great for a small business.
Perfect.
And, so many of our advertisers that partner up with us on the Mike O'Mara Show know that there are a lot of people that are doing the entrepreneurial thing out of their homes. And this is a lifesaver, especially if you don't want to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours in the middle of your busy day standing in a line. And the one up here on the main drag is one of the most insane post offices I have ever seen.
Why has the USPS hired mental patients to design every parking lot? There is no good post office parking lot.
It's
never adequate.
Never in the front.
Never in the front.
Never
and
close to
usually
the door.
one way.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate it.
My father ran into somebody in his classic Jaguar at the post office.
Oh, good place
I
to
said,
do
why
it.
would you even park there? Why would you even go?
Feliz Navidad!
You're so bad.
You are a fool. You are a fool. Go away. I hope you die of a terrible disease.
I was only here to buy forever stamps.
Do it online through
I am
Stamps.com.
simply sending all of my silk boxer shorts to Argentina.
When I was young, my dad did have those.
I'm sure he strikes me as the kind of suave guy. Yes.
And then I got into them. You can't really do much with the silk boxer.
No, but every step is like it's like a treat. Can't walk too fast, or you all of a sudden are walking real slow.
Oh my
Can't wear them
God.
with jeans though.
No. Really.
Not comfortable. They bunch up.
They'll slide around.
And remember, Oscar, if you wear these satin boxers and you have silk sheets, you will fall on the floor.
Well, yeah, you get up to 40 miles an hour.
I had silk sheets in college for a good month.
Classy.
I one day I tried those. I couldn't stand it.
Solid
Horrible.
month, and then I think 2 pulled hammies later, it was just done.
Yeah, they are nasty.
Like there's no traction on that thing.
Yeah, you know what Carla likes? Carla likes to get the heavy-duty sheets, like the blanket type shit.
Flannel
They're
sheets.
so God. I hate
Well, as a
those.
Maine guy, I
Like
thought
sleeping
that
in pajamas.
that is like a big deal in Maine, isn't it?
It's not a big deal in Maine, but I'm a sweater. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
need
you
anything.
cardio sleep.
I do not need anything to add warmth to the marital bed.
Mike O'Mara is the perspirer.
The perspirer. I mean, it's just like, oh, feel these. They're nice and warm. And she gets them like in August.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, let me try this. Oh, yeah, this is real soft and comfortable. And then, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting there going, ridiculous.
I love, and just regular cotton sheets, but 1,000 blankets.
So let me get back to this Today Show. They are doing a month, Rob. You know the promotion. You watch the Today Show more than I do.
It's for Men's Health, and they started teasing this a few days out, and really in my head, what I had pictured was Dr. Nancy Snyderman of the glove saying, bend over, Al.
They promo it in the morning that they're going to have Al and Matt go down to this doctor's office, and they're going to get their screening for prostate cancer. The screening involves, is it a PSA test?
That is
Which
it.
is a blood test,
Right.
where they take blood and they check your levels of a protein to see, if it's elevated, and if it's elevated,
Then you're a candidate.
You might have to get checked out. But they're also going to have the PSA test, and they're going to have the digital exam. Now, look, as far as movies, television,
The analog exam is very outdated.
stand-up comedy for years has used the prostate exam as just a comedy standard.
Okay. Sure.
So I am conditioned to that, and I even hear the idea, and it's just funny. It is the idea of a doctor putting on a rubber glove, and he's putting his finger up your butt.
And
That's what it is.
looking for they love saying this, the walnut-sized organ.
That's what he's doing.
And
to
it was,
check you out.
but the thing that Mike and I both found so entertaining is
I had to
through it
call
all,
Rob about this.
through it all, Mike and I still like Matt Lauer.
Right.
And through it all, even though we try to like him, we don't like Al Roker.
Something so phony about Al Roker. He's so safe. He is just a nerd boy.
And you don't want to root against him,
Right.
but anyway.
He's always been very
And
gracious.
he lost all that weight.
I've interviewed Al Roker a few times.
Wonderful,
He is
nice guy.
Never been anything but gracious. He is a good
so
guy.
it's on your end.
So it's me.
You can't get over something.
But it's us, so it's got to be something we
I
share.
like him.
So the thing goes like this, and it's almost.
I do have the tape.
It's almost like you could. Now, does the tape do it justice?
Well,
at all?
yeah, when you compare, this is how after Matt has his exam.
Okay.
they have
Beautiful,
an after.
Now, let me
wonderful
set it up.
Matt.
They're
Let me
not
set it
in
up
the room, are they?
They're standing outside with Dr. Nancy Snyderman and the foreign doctor who's there saying,
Gupta?
Well, no, he says an accent like this. He's like,
Okay.
sounds like your dad.
Might be your dad.
And he's sitting there, and they go in and they take Matt back. The digital exam, and really Nancy Snyderman is talking with Al for just a second,
Yeah.
and boom! I mean, it was like this.
Yeah.
It was. Matt comes right back with the doctor. Digital exam, rectal exam,
Glove off.
over, no problem. And they're both standing there. And to be honest with you, looks like nothing happened.
Yeah.
I mean, almost to the point where I said,
Wait,
Matt,
that's
it didn't
not
happen.
good.
Matt didn't really do it,
Yeah.
but he did it. He
All right,
probably did it.
Here's Matt after Matt's exam.
The most important question, did it hurt?
It doesn't hurt at all, and it took 34 seconds from what I'm being told from the control room.
Matter of fact.
The best 34 seconds of your life? Probably not. But if in 34 seconds a guy like this can detect something that might save your life, what are we talking about? It's worth it.
What he doesn't know is that I had to lose 5 pounds in order to make my finger a little smaller.
Okay.
Okay, so that could not have gone easier.
Now the doctor is the only one that makes the edgy comment on the
Right.
Today Show, and they can't handle it.
Right.
They go into this. Oh my! You know, it's a silly throwaway joke, and
cares?
it's a
Yeah.
funny joke. So the doctor's really cool. You're looking at Al
Worried.
during this because Al's nervous. It's just
he's
like,
got to go in next.
So then they talk about the fact that didn't Al's readings.
Here's Al after Al, and Al walks out, and he looks like he was in that mall where the shooting was.
Oh no!
Al looks
This
like
is so
he's gonna-
exciting. This is the most exciting
Listen
prostate
now.
exam I've ever not witnessed. It really is.
It's very intimate. For
Let me
sure.
tell you
Okay, now
what's
stop it
gonna
right
happen.
there. So they've kicked it back to the set now after the doctor made his
For
joke,
awkward padding.
and they're supposed to like come back in the next segment. But apparently it happens very quickly, and they get all screwed up because Al's back. So Al has had his. Matt came out and was matter of fact. Al looks like he's just escaped from a prison.
It's about
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, now, how'd that go?
So the exam was actually, it's a little enlarged, but it's not terrible. I don't feel any nodules or any abnormality.
Now, wait. In fairness to Al
Hey,
Roker.
how's your morning, Al? Hey, good morning.
In fairness to Al, it's enlarged. So
And you know what? It's nothing bad,
It's nothing
really.
bad. It's the odds are it's early they can treat it, but the fact is it's not.
He just found out some bad
He
news.
just got some.
On,
It's
on the live Good Morning show.
It's not great news. They're diminishing
It's
it.
not
but no,
two thumbs up.
But it's not a good,
Yeah, yeah,
So they've got to do further.
And he
So
really
there's a
does
comment-
look like he's been in a part of something really wrong.
There is
Like he's been compromised medically, socially, and emotionally,
He's like-
psychologically.
Al has just been. Not only has Al just been violated, but he's gotten this bad health news, which isn't. Look, they're telling me it's not all that bad, but it's better if they say, "Hey, you're
right, no
fine."
big
Well, if
deal,
he had gotten Lauer's bill of health, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be okay.
And you know what? It's not being helped the fact that his beard is coming in splotchy. So it looks like he's coming off a bender, too.
It's just God. Hey, look, God love those guys. They probably are going to be responsible for a lot of men getting the procedure
and we've
done.
had personal contact here with RJ, you know?
And we've had RJ that had it done,
Yeah.
and I had it done for a promotion, and it's just crazy, crazy fun. Anyway,
Safe home, Al Roker.
we'll take a break, come back with more. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. Hey, our live show is happening in large part due to the sponsorship of Encore Insurance Services. The best! We really want to thank them for stepping up again, as they always seem to do, and making this live show possible. For a free life insurance quote, visit smartterm.com or call 866-347-5748. If you're even thinking casually about getting some life insurance, that number is important for you to call. 866-347-5748. They do all the work for you. Encore will compare rates. They will help you save. Licensing and disclaimer info can be found at smartterm.com. It's Encore Insurance Services, a wonderful sponsor of TMOS. Please give them a call, 866-347-5748. So do we have the tail end of Al? Or
well, that's essentially it.
That's he came out and he just looked really.
You really should take a peek. And I will give credit.
I'm so schadenfreude. I call Rob just like
he
pounding
can
on
barely-
the
Well,
table.
the
can
tape
barely
is
breathe.
awesome. You hope for the best for him, but
Right.
but still, like, you're on TV.
You roll the dice.
You've probably seen people yell F words in the background, show their boobs while you're
Right.
doing the news. But when it's you,
Yes.
and it's your future, and you
Right.
question your humanity,
Look, you come out after that exam, and I don't know if you've ever had it done, Oscar. But
No,
I've had
I'm
it
due,
done.
though.
And when you come out
It's
of that
great.
exam, you come walking out, and you're just a little shell shot anyway.
Well, there's-
right after, and they are on national TV.
The thing that troubled me, and you know, Mike, we've both had it done because we're the oldest men in this room.
Right.
The worst thing about it, and what crossed my mind, is if they were able to do it in 34 seconds, which they did,
Right.
it didn't allow the time for the cleanup.
Oh God, I was thinking
no, but
about
he just
that, too.
took the glove out.
Yeah.
No, but that's not. Well, the
Oh,
glove,
the gel?
yeah, because the glove protects the doctor.
And the glove, and then they put the goo. We shouldn't go into this detail.
You're right.
But
Just-
that's what we
okay.
will. Just suffice to say that the goo
Yeah.
that is used for
It puts enough there.
the slippery slope.
Yes.
The goo remains behind.
Oh, okay.
And and really
Very well said.
And
it's
usually
like wax on skis.
And usually you need to, but they give you some paper
tissues
to take care of it.
Yeah, and but it's not. It can't be done in 34 seconds.
Right. Matt Lauer was like eating some peanuts after that.
Hopefully he's not wearing any silk boxers.
What's going on?
I got to
there?
throw him away. I will give Letterman credit because he teased this on last night's monologue. He said, "Well, tomorrow on the Today Show, Al and Matt are getting colonoscopies. So tune
not
in.
colonoscopies,
Or, I'm
though.
sorry, whatever.
Prostate exams.
Prostate exams. He says, so tune in and see what's going on in their neck of the woods. Yeah, pretty great.
Yeah, you just can't avoid the comedy.
It's
with
funny,
that.
and I know that he's going to be fine, even though it's enlarged.
Big story out of sports today. This guy who is leaving the Denver Broncos, a guy by the name of John Moffitt, is leaving the Broncos. Everyone seems to be understanding this guy, and I wrote down that everyone will understand except Broncos fans. I've said this for a long time regarding the National Football League.
Yep.
There is no argument to be made that this is one of the toughest sports known to mankind.
The toughest.
These are the
I would
massive,
say the toughest.
You could make an argument. I think hockey players go at it pretty good. They truly do. As far as if you see hockey players at the end of the playoffs and you see the condition their bodies are in, that's warfare.
Purely
really
physical. I'm talking about also the big business involved of NFL, though.
Well, and there's a culture in the NFL. You know, we recently have had this incognito issue down in Miami.
His
where,
stupid name.
Where Incognito was hazing Martin was his last name, the other lineman for the Miami Dolphins, and now you have this guy John Moffitt who is leaving, won't be coming back to the Denver Broncos after the bye week, and you see these guys who are dealing with this situation, and I wonder about the whole culture of the NFL. I've watched a lot of behind the scenes. Anybody who watches Hard Knocks on HBO, you watch this, and it seems like they're having a good time, but it's a pretty
so
brutal,
violent. It's
brutal
so
emotionally too.
Outside of and this is my own take from seeing close personal friends after games,
right?
And really, you got to think about how you feel after a car wreck. If someone sideswipes you or hits you from behind, like how you feel that way as just a regular Joe going a 9-to-5 day.
Right.
They feel like that after each game.
Yeah, they do. There's that much
Because
pleasure.
they've gone
all season long. Yeah.
All season long. And I remember at one point when Dominique was healthy.
And Dominique was a DB. I mean,
And so he was hitting.
He was hitting
getting
all
hit.
the time.
Oh, you meant defensive back.
Thanks.
And I remember one time we walked out of, it might have been a Steelers game. It was a home game. Went to his house afterwards. And he wasn't walking appropriately. And no one seemed to be concerned, but this is the first time I was actually at his house because he was playing for the Ravens now.
Right.
After a game, and he just said, he's like, yeah, I'll just ice up tonight, and then,
You mean he appeared to be in pain when he was walking?
Yes, because he just got into a car accident on the field multiple times.
Every day, yeah.
So this guy, John Moffitt, decides, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it's not worth it. I'm not happy. And, it's funny because the one thing I went to when I saw this online this morning, I immediately went to the comments. There were 30,000 comments that have been posted, and almost an overwhelming number of them were positive for this guy.
If you lose a passion for the game,
you've got to do what you do. And I was thinking to myself, that'd be fine, and I'm sure he's getting positive comments from everybody except the Denver fans, because there's a culture that we have now. This is just a larger thing that I want to talk
Don't
about.
they have legalized pot out there?
What, in Colorado?
Yeah, I think they're okay with it.
Mile High City, Rob.
You say, if you lost your passion.
Would I be overstating it if I said that we as a society have become absolutely and utterly saturated and obsessed with competition on every level imaginable?
I agree.
And I think that, you always hear about quality of life, that it's changing in certain cities, and it's, people aren't happy. What's the happy meter? I think the happy meter is when there are, A, less people around, and B, less competition, because every part of our pop culture is competition. You talk about music, you go, well, it's the award shows. You talk about
The Voice or American Idol.
Or The Voice or American Idol. You watch the cooking channel. It is something, Cupcake Wars.
Iron Chef War, yeah.
It is Restaurant Impossible, which in a way is competitive.
Yeah.
And also with our sports being as important as they are, and nowhere is that competition, as far as the rabid fan base, more intense in the United States than when you watch an NFL game. Yep. And it seems to me, you read the social networking. Read the social networking after a Redskins loss. I'm part of the thing when I love the Washington Capitals, where I got caught up in it, and I had to check myself and stop doing it. Look at our politics. Our politics isn't about the right man for the job anymore. Our politics is the competition.
Yes.
Whose team is going to win? That's what it is. I don't know whether this is a phenomenon that I'm just opening my eyes to, or whether this is the way it really is in the world. It seems like competition. And I was one of the guys, I swear to you, I was one of the guys who said, hey, this whole self-esteem, every kid gets a trophy. I hated that, but I stand by that because I think the whole idea of the trophy we're getting whacked out. It's on our highways. It's in our supermarkets. We all want to kill each other, and we're exponentially increasing the a-hole quotient in our society. That's just the way I believe. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time.
Competition has it results in a winner. I'm going to do a couple leaps here and see if you follow me.
Okay.
On this. If competition, the result of competition is someone is better or someone is a winner, right?
Yes.
And this has always existed as far as we've got recorded history. Someone is going to be the best at something. If you go back 100 years, it could have been the best star on Broadway, or after that, the biggest star on movies or on television.
Right.
But with the advancement of computers, and that gives us social networking, we're all given the ability to sit in our own homes,
Be the critic.
and be the critic, but also to compete and declare yourselves the best of something.
Yeah.
Opportunity that you wouldn't have had 15 years ago.
Does that make us, and do you agree
And
that makes us more hyper-competitive than we've ever been?
I think it feeds it. And I think that there is a bone or a chip or something in everybody in your psyche that wants you to be competitive at some level. Some people have it a lot more than others. But everybody wants to be the best at something.
I don't necessarily want to live in a
it-
world with people that don't give an S. You know what I mean? That's
Well,
not
yeah,
what I'm
and,
looking
and
for.
you know what?
Different-
I don't think that's
other
the
end
same
of the
thing.
spectrum.
I
Yeah.
think that everybody wants to be the best at something, and now we can be so niche-oriented with social media and with computers. It allows you to really take something that wouldn't have mattered, and you can really, really compete and be an a-hole about it. You know what? I got... And I've done it before. I post something on Facebook, and I get excited if I get 200, 300, 400 likes on it. And they get into the game. What good is it?
Yeah,
But
I mean,
it's,
I've done it
competing,
myself.
But you're competing with yourself to
Yeah,
get the
I get
most
40
likes.
likes, say thumbs up.
Yeah, and you know what? And then
Jerks.
and then if you don't get 300 likes, you say, "Well, they don't get it.
I feel
I'm too
horrible.
good for all this. They're stupid.
Empty
They're not
inside.
getting me."
Don't you think it adds to the a-hole quotient?
Of course.
A little bit more now?
Oh yeah, I mean, and I think people have always kind of probably tempered their attitudes about what they would say or they wouldn't say about certain things. And Rob is right.
In real life, you have to do that.
You'd be sitting in a living room with your cousins and your friends and your neighbors watching a Skins game or a Caps game, and you would talk to them about it. But now you talk to the whole world.
I would say that
Don't even have to yell.
Coming from me personally, my competitive nature, which you boys know is extremely strong,
Yes.
has brought me nothing but unhappiness.
You're right.
I mean, really, yes, you can say, well, hey, your team just won the World Series. I'm not talking about that.
you didn't play on the
I'm
field.
not talking that being a spectator sport. But I am talking about just in real life. Competition has always made me ultimately not the person I wanted to be. And I think more and more people are hyper-competitive. And because more and more people are hyper-competitive, they're just not as magnanimous or decent to their fellow human beings.
Is
as
it
they
hard
should
to draw a line between competitiveness and drive? Because I think some of them are intertwined.
I think they are
I
intertwined.
think-
I think
but
they're the
you
same
know what?
thing.
No, I don't know. Because to be the best that you can be is different than being better than the guy next to you.
This is
and
true.
I think that's the difference
And it's
between drive
also-
and competition. Try to teach that to my kids.
What's the saying? And I think Rory said this yesterday. You get what you give. Type of attitude.
I said it to Rory. Actually.
Well, in my eyes, I sit here. And when something great happens for somebody, I celebrate it. I go out of my way for it. Like if Todd has a killer app that is gangbusters for him, I'm happy for him.
Right.
And in turn, like it's hard to find people. And I know he's happy for me, but it's hard to find people
Not
in
really,
today's
though.
society.
Not really.
He may not be. I don't know, but I think he is.
Yeah, I know.
And it's hard to find people that are truly happy for you when good things happen.
You got to be secure
I
in yourself to be happy for other people's success.
I guess I have this kind of utopian fantasy that, as we evolve as people, that maybe this is a phase, that maybe we will burst forth from that. But you look at
You've seen too much de-evolution in your lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen de-evolution,
You
and it
have.
just seems now more than ever. We're out there on the highways. We're trying to beat the brains out to get to 20 extra feet.
You will
know?
teach what you want to Michael, and Michael will be
I
that
don't know how to
generation.
teach it. That's the question. How do I teach my kid that without, without him getting pushed aside in life?
Well,
I
one
worry
thing,
about stuff
start
like
with letting Carla drive.
that. You're absolutely right. You're right.
And
But-
you know what? No, you can say it's very easy for you to say you don't know what, but you do know what. You
No,
do.
I'm
You're aware of it. You are right
You've
now.
done
You know what it starts with? I just
Yes.
figured it out. And this might be the way that I'm figuring this out right now. It may, to me, begin with the concept of, I know it's going to sound jive, please don't roll your eyes, sportsmanship.
Yes.
When I read, and this gets back full
I'm with
circle,
you.
I can
That's
button
fair.
this up this way. John Moffitt leaves the Broncos, talks about how ultimately he's just not happy. Who knows what his reasons are? This other guy down in Miami, Hayes is a guy, and he walks out of camp. Yeah. I think ultimately this gets back to a degree of sportsmanship, and I think society can be helped. It would help me really. I have believed from the very beginning that the National Football League in particular needs to create a better presentation for young people. Hear me out here.
Okay, I'm with you.
That presentation means greater restrictions on the absolute infantile behavior of celebrations and trash talk that has now become a cultural reality in the NFL. It's got, if they would do more, first of all, in a league like the NFL, they can remove this like that. They can snap their fingers. They have the guys wear whatever they
right.
want them to wear, or they get fined. Mm-hmm. You could eliminate it right now. It didn't exist. When I grew up as a New York Giants fan, watching my team, a guy would run into the end zone and he would put he maybe do a fist pump and he would put the football on the ground.
Right.
That would be it. When you see you see it starting to creep into baseball a little bit more with the chest beating and the like that. You tell these young guys that are full of testosterone that, you know what?
High tea.
What about this concept? Would this really be this outrageous in the NFL? Win with dignity.
Yeah.
Is there anything wrong with winning
all.
with dignity?
No.
Where did we become like wild animals where we have to just not only succeed at what we're doing, which should be enough, but taunt the other guy in a situation. It's ridiculous.
But there are certain rules. It used to be much worse before.
It was much better. Then it got much worse. And I remember the Mark Gastineau, doing his incredible. I think that was one of the guys that did it. Mm. But the same thing, the dance in the end zone.
You don't like the Lambeau Leap?
I
love the Lambeau
First of
Leap.
all, all that crap. You can be successful without having to. To just what you're doing is you're rubbing your opponent. You are actually beating a guy's brains in. And if you score that touchdown, God damn it, that's enough. Put the fist pump in the air, clap your hands like that. But why do you have to? You do it because you're afraid to challenge.
That's a pro level.
It is a pro level, and you know what? Act like a pro.
But the pro level, act like an adult.
Yeah, but we were talking about teaching your kids sportsmanship. You can teach them at home.
But you see, when he says sportsmanship, maybe we need to take it one more level and talk about civility. Because really that's what
civility,
it is.
Politeness, manners.
And you know what? Because sportsmanship is one thing, but it also goes into real life.
I can't agree. I agree with you guys. I agree with you guys. That would be great.
I think a lot of people in your age group now would just go, "Oh, come on, man, that's ridiculous."
Fun to watch.
That's right. Yeah, but fun sometimes is at the expense of somebody else. And I think when you do that on the football field, I don't think as a sports fan you diminish anything. By removing that for the game. If
Cruz does a backflip, I get excited.
Yeah, but take it out.
But you don't see Ted Cruz doing a backflip.
It's ridiculous. No. It's ridiculous. It doesn't need to be in the game. And
it diminishes the game itself.
It just seems culturally we're like, hey, I've stabbed you and you're bleeding out right now in front of me, and I'm over there ignoring you, and I'm standing there like that. Now there is sportsmanship in the NFL.
That's a dick move. When you applaud someone that you stabbed.
Decline and fall of the Roman Empire, fellas. I mean, watch where's it end?
You're right.
You taunt, and then you kill a guy, and then it's just and maybe these guys are blasting out of the NFL because this culture of fight to the death and screw you after you die is causing some people to lose their minds.
And the game has to evolve simply because of the medical the studies have been done, especially with concussions.
Yeah, the concussion factor
where a lot of guys are probably looking at the rest of their lives.
Yeah, and you hear the guy for the Redskins, the DB, I forgot what his name is, talking about the fact that he can't hit in the head now, so he's going to take out somebody's knee. He's going to rupture an ACL.
I'm talking
that
about,
got to be thrown out of the league.
There are probably players now that are in high school that can play both basketball and football.
Right.
And they're choosing basketball because they don't want to deal with the long-term effects of being in the NFL.
Well, prolong their life.
And I think the culture, it's not that you want these guys out to play patty cake when they're out there, but I think that the culture that we see with kids and with everybody, you see this. It's not what it used to be. God, I went out, and I remember I grew up with my dad watching sporting events, and man, nobody was a bigger fan. Yeah. We would get more satisfaction out of cheering at a game, and there wasn't all the trash. There wasn't all the celebrating.
What about fighting in hockey?
Fighting in hockey, you could make a good case for that as well. Although
you were raving about the goalie fight 3 days ago.
This is true.
Here comes Butters.
Let me explain what the difference is.
Okay.
The difference in fighting in hockey is that is not, believe it or not, that is not showing up your opponent. Believe it or not, that is not showing up your opponent. When you're fighting in hockey, to be honest with you.
You're not being a gentleman.
You're not being a gentleman. You're challenging the guy in the fight. I think it's actually like boxing. That's the way I've always looked at it. It's like that's an element of the NHL. Could the NHL survive without it? I think 100%, because especially in the game that the Capitals played against the Flyers the other night, you had these guys that were blown out, and really it was poor sportsmanship because the fights began instigated by the Flyers after the Capitals were blowing them out. So on that point, I defer to you. You're absolutely
you know
right.
what? It's a murky issue, which is why I choose to stick to badminton.
Such a little scab picker.
No, I just say
Pick's my favorite sport. Something I really love.
But you know what?
Blows my whole theory out of the water. I hate him. I hate you, Oscar.
At least he waited until you were almost done.
Yeah, he did. Would have killed me if he did that right at the beginning.
I know. He said, well, we're done for today.
Thanks for holding back. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody.
When something gets in my way, I go round it. Don't let life get me.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show.
Can I add something real quick?
Yes, I just realized what I didn't do today.
What's that?
The news.
You didn't do any news?
I didn't do any news. You may not
Do
need
you have
today.
any news?
No problem.
I didn't know. I do have actually some stuff that's going to replace that today. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by aclens.com. They take great pride. I thought it was Friday instead of Thursday.
No, here's the big news. AC Lens is the best.
They have a very easy-to-use website. They have great prices, one-stop shopping for all your optical needs. They're meeting the optical needs of the whole family. Free shipping and fast delivery. Great customer service. Award-winning, in fact. They sell every contact lens available in the U.S., all with their 365-day guarantee. All purchases are secure. You can order online or call 888-248-LENS. It's style you can afford, quality you can see. And right now, 20% off all orders and free returns on everything you want.
Hold it. Everything?
Everything.
That's wild.
Go to aclens.com, click on the microphone, and enter the promo code TMOS20. That's promo code TMOS20. Some exemptions apply. See the site for details. Good news for all of us in new media as far as the people that are doing this on a regular basis.
Sure.
We people in podcast land, we've talked for a long time about the fact that people, radio fans, are eventually going to want to get this kind of content in their automobiles.
Sure.
And it turns out this article came out today. I'm not sure what the credit is for this, but I think it's in a trade publication. It says somewhere on all the cars out today is plain old AM and FM, but it is being overshadowed by popular cell-based services like Pandora.
Okay. Yeah.
So say the auto moguls at the recent Radio Inc. Convergence Conference. Eric Rhodes is a publisher and longtime radio guy. He got the word from a panel that included an unidentified General Motors source, a Gartner Research auto expert, as well as other industry professionals. Rhodes heard this. AM and FM are being eliminated from the dash of the two car companies within 2 years and will be eliminated from the dash of all cars within 5 years.
Now, but the amazing thing about it, think of this, 2015, not that far away,
Mm-hmm.
you go buy a General Motors automobile and you can't listen to terrestrial radio?
It's pretty strange.
I could not
I
imagine
think
that.
when they're talking about the standard radios,
That's crazy.
Or are they? Because I know.
Oh, you won't be able to buy just your AM, FM. You'll
don't
have
think
to
that'll
buy
happen.
one of these guys that will already have these built-in smart radios
with the interface for whatever you want to listen
like
to.
right now, my mom's car that my brother really made all of the family look bad as he went and bought her a vehicle.
So not the lemon that she sold to
No,
your
not the
girlfriend.
lemon that she sold to Shannon.
Right.
But the Lexus has Pandora built into it already.
Yeah.
And you can download more apps as the store comes together.
The panelists also said
Wow.
that young people don't use radio anymore, and automakers see no need to continue to put radios in the car. This is truly shocking news for an old radio guy like me, even though I'm on new media now,
Sure.
primarily. The kids want Pandora, Spotify, other audio services.
See, I don't know, because Robert only listens to WTNT.
He's a big conservative.
Good boy.
Loves it on the weekends.
Way to go. If they want radio, they can get it on, is it TuneIn?
Tune in.
Or iHeart or a similar service. The automakers are being cagey about their intent. We love radio, Ford Technology spokesman Alan Hall said.
Then he fired 10 disc jockeys.
Chris Naughton at Honda said, I can say emphatically that in the near term, we are not removing AM, FM from our cars. That sounds like every executive I've ever done. In the near term. What the F does that mean?
No commitment there.
Quite the opposite. We've been adding more options for playing content in our cars. Okay, well, that's not saying you're moving away from radio, you son of a bitch. Tell the truth here.
Well, I guess really when you go in and buy a package for your vehicle, right? Say it's just a regular Ford Taurus.
Right.
You have different radios you can choose from, all the way up to the nav.
Right.
So if they don't have to currently stock an AM, FM in 5 years, that's one less SKU they have to spend money on.
This is true.
Because people probably aren't just buying AM, FM radio.
Well, but you know what's unclear, though, is whether or not the nav system or whatever their top-level Bose packages, will it include AM, FM? They've obviously not said it.
That is true.
The automakers, aren't really being forthcoming.
No unsightly antennas?
Let me see. First with auxiliary inputs, then USB connectivity, then Pandora capability, and now on the new Honda Accord with the it's called Honda Link with AHA.
That's a great band.
According
you can
to
hear Take on Me.
According to one of these guys, GM uses youth consultants. Oh, now that scares me.
Wow, douchebags.
Youth Consultants MTV Scratch, which has been plying the big automaker with information about the lack of interest in terrestrial radio among youth.
Yes.
But GM denies any big change is imminent, according to GM spokesman Terry Rattigan. Boy, so many of these executives.
Here's AHA.
Our global connected consumer team at GM is responsible for setting. This is such corporate speak. Our global connected consumer team at General Motors is responsible for setting the strategy for infotainment systems across GM.
Jargon, blah, blah, jargon.
Lick it, pal.
Hey, can we hire your daughters as youth consultants for this show?
Oh, absolutely.
I think that'd be great.
That'd be terrific.
Think about this, guys. I remember, and I might have mentioned this to you on passing, but as I came back to WJFK, I wrote to a friend in Baltimore. I said, hey, we're coming back. We're coming back into Baltimore and into the area. We're coming back to D.C. Can't wait to hang out again. And he said, yeah, it's great that you're coming back to radio again. And this is when we were coming back from Arizona, Chad and I. He goes, because radio is dying. He texted me that. And I said,
how long ago was this?
This was 5 years. But he's always been ahead of the trend, right? And I write back, I said, F you, what do you mean radio is dying? And I picked up the phone because I was so mad, because this is an industry I effing work in.
Right.
Sure,
Exactly.
tell me it's a dying industry.
Exactly.
And he's like, no, I was just like, he goes, you can't tell by text I was just being a dick. And I was like, well, I got that. What do you mean by that? And he said exactly what's happening right now. He said the content that is there can be driven and found in so many other places that people are looking elsewhere, and they will continue to look other places.
And I remember the first time I heard a high def radio. I remember the first time I heard XM, I think, before I heard Sirius. And they all said, well, you know what this is? This is the death knell for broadcast radio. None of them killed broadcast radio, but what is killing it is the internet.
Well, TV in this article says TV is obviously moving toward on-demand, and the network schedule may soon be also going by the boards. We all have heard about that.
Right. But there is something great about a live show, though.
Yes, there is, but it's going away. It says, how can waiting for your favorite programs compare to using an iPad to click on an always-ready episode? So why we have companies like Hulu Plus that we talk about, because it's so easy. The future is places like Hulu Plus. Uploading installments of your favorite TV shows. I do it now. I'm finally doing it. That's how I get a lot of my entertainment.
Yes.
I did, most of my television watching in the last 2 months has been online television watching.
Think about this.
Binging also.
Even with your movies. Blockbuster announces yesterday that they're finally closing all their stores and discontinuing their buy mail service.
Oh, I got to rewind and return that copy of Red Dawn.
But you remember, hey, Red Dawn, keep that movie.
Right. That's a porno movie, and it's a redhead on the cover.
No, it's one of those categories, Mike.
Do you remember going just a few years ago
The
to
subtitle is
Blockbuster
3 days a month.
and hoping that they had a video?
Oh, yeah.
Saying, I hope it's not sold out yet.
And going to
Oh,
Blockbuster.
God, I had to wait forever to see Back to the Future.
And going to Blockbuster and actually seeing the fact that it was the movie of the day, the hot one everybody wanted. World War Z is sold out completely, and you're like, oh, God, I missed
can't get
it.
that.
But you can
I
see
have to
Mr.
wait.
Mom.
Or I would do this, and I'm sure you guys have as well. You go up to the counter and say, can you look in the returns and see if World War Z's down there?
Oh, yeah, the library box?
Yes.
Yeah, where you slide in it. Blah, blah, blah.
This guy says the Arbitron ratings don't necessarily confirm a drop in the youth radio audience, though he has seen some personal evidence of it. Of course, there will be some erosion because it's so easy to plug in personal devices. I listen in my car now to my personal device.
Of course.
Exclusively.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do.
I have
And
two
it's,
personal devices in my car, depending on what I want to listen to.
It's strange. Automakers
Future.
can't get rid of it soon enough. That's what this guy says.
Carrie has a CD stuck in the player in the Tahoe, and I said, do you want to get that fixed? She says, no, I don't listen to CDs.
There's no point.
Why bother to get it fixed? Because she just listens to stuff on her phone.
Yeah, so it's interesting, and we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. One last story that I wanted to share with you guys, and this might be for our friend Todd Moore. eHarmony is pretty serious. eHarmony is pretty serious about pairing deeply compatible singles, but if it's 29 dimensions of compatibility don't find you your perfect mate, the dating site will soon offer, and I really think this is for a man like Todd Moore.
Well, is this an idea of Neil Clark Warren?
This will soon offer eHarmony a plan B. You pay $5,000 for EH Plus, which lands you your very own personal counselor for a year, who will essentially be your human matchmaker.
Jesus.
Except you, the you in that equation, has to be someone with money because, $5,000.
Clearly.
The service will launch on December 1st, and it is geared for those who pull in $250,000 a year. It's for rich guys.
Wow, I guess it is.
They talked to an eHarmony VP about the offering, and this, quote, may not do too much to bolster the confidence of everyone else using the service. I get that, too.
Yenta has to make a match for you before she could make one for me.
We have to ask, and I have a mission for you this weekend.
Yeah.
Ask your friend Todd Moore if he would spend $5,000.
Is it a one-time $5,000 free or $5,000
for
a
the
month?
year?
It's for the year.
Oh, that's not. That's
And
a bargain.
You get somebody who's sitting out there and sets up dates.
Yeah,
If I'm a single guy with moolah, I'd do that in a
Can
heartbeat.
you imagine you get a call and you're the girl on the other end and says, this is eHarmony's executive service.
Oh, they
We
would
found
not. There'd be no way they'd say they're on the other end, though.
But they'd have to match them with somebody that knows that they're in like the silver lining of eHarmony.
It says what it gets you. What $5,000 gets users: a Skype or phone interview with a psychologist or certified marriage counselor.
Oh, boy.
Who will then troll the site looking for Mr. or Ms. Right, and even screen matches on the phone.
Oh, see, there we go.
It explains a possibly not obvious upside. If that would be, this is so horribly written. It really is.
I'm getting it.
The benefit is a press release on the service, freedom from your computer, no updating profiles, managing matches,
It's
or
like
juggling communication.
You know
so
what it is?
basically,
It's
if you're too busy, somebody does it for
It's
you.
a personal shopper
That's exactly what it is.
for a hooker.
That's it, exactly. So good luck to Todd with that one. Sorry about the news you may not need. I thought it was Friday instead
liked
of
it.
Thursday. It's a
We all
crazy
forget
week.
a day.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I
right.
haven't yet.
We're even now, you son of a bitch. That's right. I was ready to go, though, wasn't I? That's what being a pro is. Always have a backup plan. We'll take a break, come back with the Audio Vault. Rob Spiewak right after this. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment of our program is brought to you by FanDuel, everybody, and Jason Poirier. Poireier. Poirier. You're the Frenchman here.
Yes.
Jason Poirier says, quick story. I told my friend about FanDuel, and he just told me that he won $8,000 this weekend.
What?
He took third place in a 13,000 league.
Jesus.
First time out, $8,000.
First time,
Wow.
$8,000. Wow. I hope he gets a cut. That's
Yeah.
from Jason. Jason is talking about FanDuel.com.
I bet his friend does
huge.
not know Josh Murphy.
1 week fantasy football leagues for real money, immediate weekly cash payouts. They're paying out over $135 million this year. When you hear a story like that guy won $8,000. That's your fantasy. You just say to yourself, I'll get that perfect lineup. Josh, God damn it, get your head out of your ass and put a decent lineup together. I mean it. God, so here's what I'm doing. You know, we're limping through this. Pay more attention to it.
You'll see him tomorrow, and you know what you'll do?
What?
Pep talk.
Pep talk tomorrow.
You should talk to that guy.
Yeah, I should. Jason. New user special. 200 listeners signing up will have their deposit matched up to $200, but you have to enter the code TMOS when you join. FanDuel.com, where every week is a new season. That's FANDUEL.com. Use our code TMOS and sign up today. Be like that buddy of his.
Yeah, $8,000.
$8,000.
I hope you put the TMOS code in.
Oh, my God. Yes, I did.
That's why I like, these guys rule.
Maybe, well, if the guy won $8,000, maybe you don't want him to put the TMOS code in.
Yeah.
Right?
He's
Anyway.
mostly a Corolla guy.
Let's open up the audio vault for Thursday, November 7, 2013. Take it away, Rob.
As you know, Chris Christie got his mandate. Hi! And they asked Chris Christie yesterday what he thought about the Mike O'Mara show. Because,
Okay.
you know, he's going to be traveling all around. 'Cause
Yes.
he's the biggest governor,
Oh, of
literally.
course. Yeah.
And he'll go to D.C., and they said, have you heard the Mike O'Mara show? When you're in D.C., what do you think of the Mike O'Mara show?
Nobody is amused or entertained or gratified by what's going on in Washington, D.C. right now.
Yeah.
No one. Everyone's frustrated. Look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie.
Kiss my ass,
We
Chris.
got to try harder.
I know. We have to work harder.
Now, there is a great campaign that is completed, but I don't have any problem looking back. This is in Montana, and he was running for Congress. His motto, great motto, seize the moment. Seize the moment, Mike.
Amen.
It's Matt Rosendale.
Hello.
Now, the thing is,
yes,
he doesn't come from Montana.
But I'll seize the moment.
He comes from Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Maybe Pikesville.
Tell me if you can tell when you hear the narration for Matt Rosendale as he seizes the moment.
The pioneers of our great land scratched a living out of nothing but a dream and the tenacity to see it through. And now, it is our time to seize the moment. To stand up for the liberty we oftentimes take for granted. And to protect the future for generations of Americans to come. I believe that we must do something to stem the tide of bloated, overreaching government growth. Because if we do not rise up today, right now, then who will take the mantle? Who will carry the torch of freedom so it's preserved as it was intended to be passed down to our children and our grandchildren?
Pass it down!
The nation that you and I believe in is under threat. I've got a track record to prove that I'm always standing on the side of liberty, personal freedom, and against the intrusion of government. We must rise up with one voice and say, we have had enough.
Come on! Seize the moment! Come on, seize the moment now! Seize the moment, then we'll go down to the ocean. Hello there! Get some English's fried chicken. Come on!
That accent.
I do not know if he won or not.
Man, I hope he did.
But I hope he did.
That sounds Tea Party to me.
I'd love for him to be the next president of the United States!
Come on!
So 5 guys get beer bottles.
Okay.
And they fill them with various amounts of water so they get different tones. And you know, everyone's done the sound.
Yeah.
But these guys, 5 guys with a lot of bottles of beer doing chords and everything.
And they're musical.
It's magnificent. They're
Okay.
doing Under the Sea from The Little
Is it
Mermaid.
magnificent or magnificent?
It's magnificent. And they're doing it live.
Very cool.
Under the sea.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? But the sound of it reminds me of an old, like, steam organ.
A
that you might,
calliope.
yeah, that you might hear on, like, a merry-go-round.
You like this sound, don't you?
Actually, I do.
You do like this sound,
I
don't
really
you?
do. One of your favorites. It's waiting for the Robert E. Lee.
You know what I think when I hear this?
What?
I think about Pennywise.
See, it's not
The evil
horrifying
clown.
to me.
Oh, I didn't think about
I
that.
love it. Night you can find them all. They are playing.
You know what he's doing? He's doing that old Al Jolson song.
Not you.
I always confuse it with the bullfrog.
Oh, Michigan J. Frog. Yeah.
Michigan J. Frog.
Ah, they're coming away.
That's really the frog was doing an impression of Al Jolson.
Yes,
yeah.
Now that's the Calliope version. Do somewhere, I don't mean to put a wild card here.
What's that?
But somewhere in your system.
Yes.
Did you think that I might ask you for the original of
Now,
that
you see,
particular
the
song?
weird thing is I am only a 42-year-old man.
Right.
Why would I be traveling around
with old Al
with
Jolson?
Al Jolson music?
Exactly. That
There's
would seem
really
silly
would be
to me.
no reason for me to have that
Yeah.
in my collection here.
I would be very surprised
Yes.
if you had the original version of Robert E. Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, Al Jolson on the Michael Mayer Show.
Way down on the levee in old Alabama.
That's correct.
There's Daddy and Mammy. There's Ephraim and Sammy. On a moonlight night, you can find them
Al
all.
Jolson.
While they are playing, the banjos are syncopating. What's that they're saying?
We'll take it right up to the Robert E.
What's that
Lee.
they're saying?
Yes, that's
While they keep playing, a humming and swaying.
Right.
It's a moon ship.
Yep.
Robert E. Lee.
Okay,
It's come
Rob.
to carry the cotton away.
All right, thank you very much.
Watch them shout
Okay,
out.
stop it.
all right.
He had to get that in there.
Music
He had to- that was for his father right there. That's why he got that in there.
All right, we got time for one more tip, I think. What do we want to go with here?
I don't know. Rob.
Oh, yeah. We heard yesterday Sugar Glider's crabbing, right?
Yes.
Sounds like Coleco football.
Yes.
Here's from our listener, Otis Liggy. Otis Liggy sent us tape of Sugar Glider's boning.
Oh, dear God. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Wow.
The other guy's got Flappy down on her back.
Flapjack.
They have to listen carefully for them lighting the cigarette. But
Oh, man, I know we're running out of time, but I got to give something to the pony because I got this today, too.
okay, oh yeah, well that is your magic audio of all
Okay,
time.
there we go.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
hold
you.
on
Have a
second.
great Thursday, everybody.
All right, let me. Pony? Yes, sir. The guy that wrote me, his name is Otis Liggy.
That's the same guy that sent us the mating.
Otis says,
Yeah.
I've heard the Sugar Glider talk. Please inform Ponyboy that the company from Potomac Mills is a mill broker that buys and sells gliders that are inbred, kept in tiny cages and bred in mills.
Oh,
they are sold at
cross-eyed?
trade shows, gun shows, malls, and flea markets at exorbitant prices. These gliders often die not long after they arrive at your new home.
Wow, especially if you don't give them water.
Another dead end, Pony. So to speak. It's another dead end. Sorry. Thought I'd hit you. I told you I had some information about Sugar Glider.
You said I'd like it.
Tomorrow, an interview with the Sugar Glider at the beginning of the show. For technical questions for the Mike O'Mara Show regarding our show, call Ponyboy or contact Ponyboy at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Our correspondence can be sent to TMOS Box 3, Manassas, Virginia 20108, and our phone line is 800-440-8167. That's it. We got to get out of here. We'll see you tomorrow with another show. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Now that the show is over, don't forget to get started with a free 30-day trial of eVoice. eVoice gives you a toll-free or local number so you can take business calls from anywhere and always sound like you're at the office. Also, eVoice has great features like dial-by-name directory and even transcribes your voicemail so you can read them at your convenience. Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the eVoice banner for your 30-day free trial.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.